Hello and welcome to the video. Today we're going to do a Yareli build, but first I'd like to show you the Throne of Gaze, where the King of Gaze himself in all his fruity glory remains. There he is. When I first made this room, I put these everywhere, and it overheated my graphics card and crashed my PC. So we had to settle with what we have today. Anyway, to the video we go. First thing you're going to want is you're going to want to come to your helmet and infuse the Firewalker ability onto Yareli's 1. We will not be using this sea snares. This is more or less a weapons platform build, so we will take Meta's firewalking, as useless as it might seem. We want this nonsense with us, okay? So like I said, this is pretty much a weapons platform for your Lex and Karnon. The first thing you're gonna probably want is 2 of these at least 25% crit chance for your secondary weapon. And then just health and energy orb efficiency. You could take all 5 of these, but it's, you don't want to be running out of energy all the time. That would not be very fun. For Yareli herself, no, not appearance, you can ignore this. Anything else here will do. It's just for fun, for the memes. Your basic intensity, flow, vigor, streamline, rapid resilience so you don't die to a single toxic cloud on steel pad, and then your augur mod so that you get overshield when you cast your abilities. Dreamer's Bond could be replaced with something like corrosive projection, but I have not formatted this warframe at all. This is a very budget fun build. Then you have Arcane Avenger for 21% crit chance when you take damage, and mold efficiency, which should be finished for longer messes, firewalking, and the circular blades ability for Yareli herself. So yeah, this is what you're going to want to use, or some variation of this, as long as you have these 2 mods equipped. Then the main attraction, the Lex and Karnon. This is how we're going to run it. Cascadia Overcharge for 300% crit chance when we have Overshield, your basic Galvanized Shot and Diffusion setup with Pistol Pestilence and Frostbite for viral, Hornet Strike and Augur Pack to stack base damage because it's important, and Lethal Torrent for multi-shot and fire rate, and then Hemorrhage because the Lex and Karnon's Incarnate Shot is forced impact. You will get a lot of slash procs because it's not only forced impact, but it's a massive spread. You will hit everything in front of you like shotgun pellets, but from a pistol. So yeah, this is the setup that you're going to use, and Steady Hands is pretty useful on this weapon because the recoil can kind of be frustrating when you're riding Marilina, so I would definitely recommend this setup. You don't really need the primed version unless you're going to go to level cap or something, but yeah, this is perfect for pretty much all content in the game, and a bit beyond the base content into harder steel pad content as well. For the Incarnate evolutions, we will take Trusty Sidearm, Extended Volley, and Critical Parallel. Then from here we just have our very basic Torrid setup in case we need more damage at any point during longer missions. Yeah, you've seen this build 1,000 times for this weapon, no need to linger on it. Then we have our Orvius. We have a pretty incredible Riven for this weapon. If you don't have one, you can use another elemental mod, or you can use pretty much anything else in this spot, as long as you have the basic setup, corrupt charge, volatile rebound, killing blow, and melee animosity. You can put anything else here, and then yeah, you should probably finish this, but I'm too lazy and poor, as we previously discussed. So that is the full build. You can use any companion. I use Smida Kavat, but didn't bring it. Yeah, just don't have it equipped right now. So how this all comes together is when you mount and dismount Marilina, you'll get Overshield proccing Cascadia Overcharge. Yareli has a passive that allows all secondary weapons a 200% crit chance when you are moving for 1.5 seconds. This combined gives you 500% crit chance, which we've bolstered a little bit with Archon Shards and with our choices from the Lex and Karnon. Power-ups as well as mods. So basically we will never not red crit. When you go around the room pre-priming enemies with the fire that strips armor and the slash status, you get damage on your first shot of the Lex and Karnon with galvanized diffusion, meaning you don't need to worry about enemies being primed. If they've been in the room that you're in, they probably will be somewhat primed anyway. This basically turns enemies into crazy red mist, and Yareli's 4 allows an easy grouping of enemies. So all of this together looks a little bit something like what I'm about to show you, and just keep in mind that there are probably many more efficient ways to do this build, like you could use Mirage's Eclipse instead of Mez's Firewalking, but that's been done 1,000 times, and this is much more fun, much more interesting, and a little bit wacky. It gives a little bit of pizzazz, a little bit of flavor to an absolutely redundant character who I just happen to adore, because realistically, if you're playing Yareli, you're not playing the game to be efficient, you're probably playing to have fun, and you're probably playing because she's cute and sassy, because that's all she has going for her, but it is all she needs. She is the best. So as you can see, definitely a very, very fun way to play the character. It's very satisfying to see an entire group of enemies turn into just a huge red mist. It's beautiful. Mwah. Chef's kiss or French kiss or whatever people say. I definitely recommend giving it a try. I call this build the Yareli Cannon. It's not meant to be particularly efficient or good. It's meant to be very fun and wacky, and I do think it's a legitimate build you can try. So definitely give it a try, and thank you very much for watching my video.